to connect to this thing so I can see what I'm looking at. There we go. All right, guys, what's going on today? It is Monday. Today is President's Day, so the kids are out of school. I still had to head into the office today. I still got up early this morning and got ready, and then went into the home studio and did a lot of work this morning. I've already got a video published. I published an article on txgarage.com. I published an image for an ad campaign that I've been working on, and I started working on my review video for this week. Just a lot packed into this morning. It's still early, just got to the office, got a lot to do here. I got a car swap going on today, so they're picking up this truck and dropping me off another vehicle. You'll see that later. But yeah, it's gonna be a good day. I'm really excited about today. Had a great weekend with the family. And yeah, let me get out of here. Oh, you guys see that thing? That's the all-new Toyota RAV4. Excited about this week. Ever since I saw this thing, I think it looks really good. I've never been a huge fan of the RAV4, but a couple of years ago we drove the first Adventure RAV4, and it was actually pretty nice. And then now with this new design, and this thing is the Adventure, and it looks insane, crazy. It looks crazy and insane. Looking forward to it, but let me quickly get to a point that I wanted to touch on this video. First, let me text the wife, let her know that I'm headed home, even though I'm not going to leave the parking lot for another 5 minutes or so, because I'm going to be talking to you guys. All right, and then let me go find real quick. Well, the post was removed for whatever reason, so I can't read word for word what the question was, but it pertained to how do I get more views from my YouTube channel? How do I get more engagement and subscribers? And then he went on to talk about he started this channel because he saw other people were having success doing the same kind of thing, and he doesn't understand why, if they're getting views, why isn't he getting views? So let me try to read to you guys kind of my response and see if it resonates with you. Obviously, this is a very small channel too. I only have 7 subscribers. My highest viewed video isn't even at 1,000. It's like 900 and something, and that was on the Sony A6400. And I've got another channel that's got almost 2,000 subscribers and videos at over 100,000 views. I've never been huge on YouTube or anything, but I have built a media company and a couple of YouTube channels, so I'm just putting that out there. But my background is in media, technology, and I've studied a lot of marketing and things like that. So I told him, yeah, so purely from a marketing standpoint, saying that you know there's an audience but you don't really know the audience is a big deal, because he was saying he knows there's an audience out there, but he didn't know like the age range of the audience, he didn't know the demographics of the audience, but he knew there was an audience for it. But if you don't know your audience, you're never going to make content that really connects to that audience. I told him, figure out who your target audience is, who's watching the videos from the other channels, and what you need to do to specifically target that audience. So in marketing, there's obviously, in marketing you do a lot of target market, target audience research. And the more niche you can get when you're building your target audience, the better served you're going to be. The more you say, well, my stuff is for everybody. Everybody can view it. Everybody is going to be attracted to it. It's just for everybody. That's way too broad to build to really build a brand or build anything. So you really need to niche down. You can expand from there, but to get your core audience, to get those loyal base supporters, you need to niche down and figure out exactly who they are. And usually, especially on YouTube, what you're doing is kind of supposed to be a passion of yours. So your target audience could be, well, I'm an example of my target audience. This is what I like to do. This is what I like to talk about. This is what I like to hear about. I'm watching other YouTube channels that contain the same kind of content. So I'm my target audience. That's great. That is great. And build from there. If you're not necessarily your target audience, you need to figure out who your target audience is. You can do that with a few different exercises of just building up profiles of who you think your target audience is, and then you just push it out there and you test out different theories. So I think that more affluent people are going to like this, or more kids at the ages of this and this. So really nail down that target audience. If you don't know your target audience, you're never going to connect to it. Yeah, and I just told them, if it's not enough to know that there's an audience out there, you need to know who that audience is. Also, copying something that's popular from another creator doesn't necessarily mean it will be popular for you. Figure out what can differentiate yourself and push that. So even though you know there's a big market for what you're doing, you know your target audience, but there's a lot of other people out there that's doing the same thing, you really have to figure out what it is about you that makes that content different than what everybody else is doing. And maybe you can ride on the coattails of other people and build to a little bit of success. But if you really want to be big, and you really want to do something, and you want to really do something kind of extraordinary, you really have to figure out what it is about you or about your brand or your company that's different than everybody else out there doing the same thing that you're doing. And I basically just finished it off telling them that this was my opinion based on my experience, and I didn't really dive deep into his channel and the videos he's put out, or the competing channels that he listed and the videos that they put out. I didn't take a lot of time to dive into this, but just from reading what he wrote and seeing kind of his channel, I thought I got a pretty good grasp of it, and those were kind of the words of wisdom that I had for that. So if there's anybody out there running a YouTube channel that needed to hear that advice, I hope you got it. And that's that. So if you've got any other kind of questions on marketing, media, sales, YouTube, camera gear, whatever, leave them down in the comments, and I can try to answer those in another video, or just answer them down in the comments. But I hope, like I said, I hope that helps somebody out. I got to get out of here and head home, so we're gonna do that right now.